Okay, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you a crash course in Flipgrids. Um, so a grid is the same as a class. I think it's important when you do these to separate it by class. And you can separate it by teams. You can create little teams for them. But you put in your title. You allow them to use their school email. That's the easiest because then they can use their Google accounts. And then this becomes the code to enter. And once you create a grid or a class, then you can add topics. Here's my topic that I posted last week to try and get students to engage. I wasn't quite successful. I didn't have a huge amount, but I made it optional. But notice too, kids are going in and looking and interacting, even though they might not be participating. And I did get a lot of feedback on Remind after kids went in and did this. But basically, they had to tell me what would be cool about the online discussion process I created because that I had to tweak. It didn't work quite right, and so I wanted to hear a little bit about what they think would be cool if I did something differently. And I talked to them, and it was just a way for us to interact. um, these topics that I have in here are all made by other teachers, but I just was kind of, because I feel like I crashed and burned on my discussion board from last week, I really was looking for all kinds of exemplars for how teachers are building in kind of analysis, analytical thinking using Flipgrid. So I'll show you how to um, find information. I think it was here. Yeah, okay. So you click Disco Library, search the topic. Let's say you want to focus on community building, and then you click, and then it'll help you find things that work for the age group. And then if you'd like the um, Flipgrid topic, then you can add it to the grid you want to add it to, and then you can edit it to be whatever you want it to be. So that's Flipgrid in a nutshell.